I survived 100 days in HARDCORE Hypixel Skyblock. On Hypixel Skyblock, there's a game mode known as the Iron Man Challenge that you could select when you create your profile. Of course, this isn't any normal version of Skyblock, meaning it's going to be extremely hard. In this game mode, the rules are simple, but not easy at all. If you die once, your profile gets deleted. You are also not allowed to trade with any players or pick up item drops from other players. You also can't use the auction house or the bazaar. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. So here we are, day one, getting ready to mine wood and make it to the hub. Now, let me get one thing out of the way real quick. I know on the scoreboard you could see a date and a time in game. While you guys could use this to measure how long it took, I wouldn't recommend it at all since it's not going to be very accurate, because if I leave my computer and disconnect from the server, the time's still going to be running. So, yeah, don't look at that. The way I measured this was by timing it. If you guys didn't know, one full day in Minecraft is 20 minutes. This meant that I was gonna have to play this game for 33 hours. Oh my god. So as you can tell, this video took a very long time to make. So if you guys do end up enjoying it, if you considered subscribing, it would mean the world to me. Of course, if you don't end up enjoying it, you don't have to subscribe. But yeah, back to the video. And here we were, the Skyblock hub. Now the first thing that we needed to do was get ourselves a wheat minion. So I went ahead and collected some wheat in the village. Now that we had unlocked the wheat minion recipe, it was time to craft one and put one on our island. So we did clear out some space for the minion, which is 2 blocks out in every direction, and we should be good to go. Next up, we headed over to the coal mine so we could unlock mining level 1 by mining a little bit of cobblestone and coal, and that way we could unlock access to the gold mines. I actually had to backtrack a little bit in order to talk to the NPC Jamie in the hub to get myself a rogue sword, which isn't that good of a sword, but starting out, it would work. Now, of course, I probably could have gotten a better sword right away, but I decided to stick with the rogue sword because using its ability, I could give myself a speed boost for a few seconds, and yeah, you never know, it might help us escape death in a very close call situation type thing. I don't know. And I made my way over to the gold mines. Now the first thing I wanted to do was get myself a better pickaxe, so I talked to the lazy miner in the front of the mines, and I went down and found his lazy miner's pickaxe, and I gave it back to him. No, I'm just kidding, I just stole it. Now my goal was to unlock the deep caverns, which I would need mining level 5 for, and at the same time I also wanted to mine enough iron to unlock an iron minion and make one and put one on my island. It was now day 2, and I was also able to get enough iron to upgrade my iron minion to a tier 2, so I ended up doing that. I built a little bit of a platform outwards, and I put the iron minion right next to the cobblestone minion that you get when you make your island. Luckily, these were offline minions, meaning I didn't have to AFK them, so yeah, I could literally just go offline and still make money. Now, because we were going into the deep caverns, I decided I would buy myself some growth 1 regular diamond armor from the armor smith. Now, obviously, it's not that good armor, but it would get us started, and we'd be able to take a few hits, hopefully. On day 3, I decided to explore the deep caverns that I had just unlocked. Now, I figured it would be much easier later on if I just went ahead and explored the entire deep caverns right now, so I could easily access whichever floor I wanted through the lift operator. Easier said than done. Oh my god, there are mobs down there that could potentially one-shot me. If I die, it's all over. Now, what most people typically tend to do when they start playing Skyblock on a new profile is that in the deep caverns, they go down to the lapis quarry and try to fight the lapis zombies in order to get the lapis armor, which of course is an RNG based drop from them. It's not too hard to get, but it does require a little bit of luck. And of course, a luck enchantment would be helpful to get this, which I don't have. Thankfully, I am not like most Skyblock players. I'm better. No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. But actually, we are not going to be getting lapis armor right away. We are going to go ahead and straight off just go for a hardened diamond armor. Now, this would be a challenge. In order to get hardened diamond armor, I needed to mine 10,000 diamonds to unlock the recipe. Not only that, but if I get shot or hit by any of the zombies and skeletons down there, I would get one shot. And this would things speed up a bit. Not for me, for you. Oh my god, this took forever. Basically, there's a very specific spot I had to go to in order to mine these diamonds and survive. It's right before the obsidian sanctuary starts. And in order to get there, I needed to wait till a player went before me and killed all of the mobs, or else I would literally die right away. So this took a while trying to get a player to go there before me, and it also took a very long time mining the diamonds. This is when I spent the next 4 hours, also known as 12 days, just mining diamonds in order to unlock the recipe. I decided to craft myself a diamond minion in order to help me out with this process, which I would be upgrading throughout the way. Finally, on day 18, we had unlocked the recipe and were able to craft ourselves a full set of hardened diamond armor. Now we need to enchant our set with Prop 5 and Growth 5. Now, as you can see from your top right of your screen, this took a stupid amount of time to do. Why? Because we needed a ton of XP. Now, I guess that it probably would have been smarter to mine diamonds to get XP. However, I decided to kill lapis zombies instead, which didn't drop nearly as much. However, this was at the same time helping getting our combat skill up, which would 100% help us for later. So that was a good thing, I guess. Regardless, this took forever. I set up a full enchanter on my island, which is just like a regular vanilla one, except it's 2 tall instead of 1 block tall. And we ended up enchanting along the way. So as we got levels, we enchanted pieces of our armor. Once we had our full enchanted hardened diamond armor set, the next step we need to do was unlock the end. Now, in order to do this, I would need combat level 12. And since we were already getting combat levels when we were farming the lapis zombies, we didn't need to do nearly as much grinding. However, it was still a lot of work, and it still took a while. I ended up going to the pigman's den and decided to farm the zombie pigman there in order to get the rest of my combat XP that I needed. Also, I think I forgot to mention this earlier, but the reason I have a different sword right now is I actually went ahead and bought an undead sword from the weaponsmith in the hub. And of course, it's not that big of an upgrade. However, the reason it's a little bit more useful in this case is because what it does is it deals more damage to undead mobs such as zombies, zombie pigmen. And then finally on day 48, we finally unlocked the end. Now what we need is a good weapon. The weapon that I decided to go for was the Raider's Axe. Now, in order to do this, we'd have to unlock the Viking shop, which actually does require a few things that we don't have. One of which is the magical water bucket. Now, in order to unlock this recipe, we need to get a ton of ice. Thankfully, I got really lucky and the season of the Jerry's was on right now during the time of me recording this, meaning that we would be able to get all the ice we needed in order to get the bucket. So, I grabbed the Silk Touch pickaxe and I started mining ice. Now, alongside the magical water bucket, there were 2 other items we needed in order to unlock the Viking shop and buy the Raider's Axe. These other 2 things are 1 piece of raw fish and the fish hat. Fishing is, by the way, the most boring thing ever. I don't care what you say, it's boring, okay? So we have all the materials needed in order to unlock the Viking shop. However, we don't have enough money to buy the Raider's Axe. So it basically costs 130k gold in order to purchase the Raider's Axe. And now that I think about it, we're gonna need a lot of money. We need to get talismans. There's so many things that we're gonna need to buy. And we don't have a good money source yet. So I decided it would be smart to go ahead and use a really good money making method for the state in where we are in the game right now, which would be placing a ton of diamond minions and getting them all to the highest tier I could. So I aimed for getting all my diamond minions to tier 5 since I already had 1 tier 5 diamond minion from earlier. And since I had 6 minion slots, it would make sense for me to get 6 tier 5 diamond minions. However, this took a lot of time because guess what we had to do again, guys? We had to go mining again for more diamonds. How fun. Once I finally had my minions upgraded, I thought it would be a good idea to get compactors in them so that way the minions wouldn't fill up as easy as they would turn diamonds into diamond blocks. In order to craft a compactor, you needed 7 enchanted cobblestone and 1 enchanted redstone. However, my dumb self thought that you needed 7 enchanted redstone, so yeah, I wasted so much time. Now it was time to finally get the Raider's Axe. We went to the Viking's house in the woods and we had to put out a fire, cook some fish, put a hat on, and then start dancing. Okay. Now that we finally had our weapon, we had to enchant it. Which is a problem because you guys have no clue how much XP this costs. So what was the best way to get XP? It was actually killing mobs in the diamond reserve, except I didn't really understand that part until like I was literally almost done fully enchanting it. So I had to mine diamonds again to get XP. I'm pretty sure you can tell by now, I don't like mining diamonds anymore. We need to get so many enchantments on this thing, it's not even funny. I'm not kidding when I say that this is probably the longest I ever spent on any part of this video on a single step. Oh my god, enchanting this thing took forever. And it also didn't help that apparently you could remove enchants on your weapons or disenchant them, and for some reason it costs the same amount that it cost you to enchant it to disenchant it, meaning with a couple of the enchantments, because I messed up, I had to re-enchant them like 3 times. That is a lot of XP. On day 100, I kind of wanted to do a progress check and show basically everything that we've done so far. So I started out by emptying my minions to see how much money we had ended up with in the bank. We ended up with about 500,000 coins in our bank, which is honestly pretty good considering we didn't really start worrying too much about money until like towards the end of this, so that's really good. This will definitely help us out later. Next, I decided to go to the spider's den and then make our way over to the end island for the first time, because the end island is going to be pretty major really soon. But it looks like you guys are just going to have to wait until the next episode. That is right, I do plan on making a second episode to this series. So we're going to be doing some stuff for the end, getting our talismans, basically picking up right where we left off here. But don't click off yet, there's still some more stuff that we need to show you guys before we end off day 100. So these are the skills that we ended up with. I know we didn't do too much skill grinding, however we did do some in terms of mining and combat XP, and I think those are the main ones. We might have a couple other ones like taming or something like that, but regardless, I think we did a pretty good job. Guys, I genuinely mean this when I say I don't think I've ever worked this hard on a video before. So if you guys did end up enjoying this video, which by the way, if you watched it all the way through, I assume you'd enjoy it. But again, if you guys did end up enjoying it, I really appreciate it if you guys could click the subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. If you guys want to see a part 2 to this, please leave a like down below and let me know in the comments down below. I do have plans to make one anyways, but that would just motivate me to get it out faster. We're going to, again, pick it up right where we left off here, so stay tuned for that. Turn on notifications so you don't miss out on that upload. But without further ado, we're going to wrap this off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Royal, and I'm out. So next time, peace.